Visit v.org/donate.
Hey, I'm Greg McElroy, former Alabama quarterback and host of Always College Football from Omaha Productions. 5 days a week, I'll be taking deep.
Morning, everybody. Got a fun show for you.
Some of the biggest names on and off the field. And off seasons here are a thing of the past. Always College Football goes year-round with analysis, opinions.
Happy Easter.
From the top teams from coast to coast. Always College Football with Greg McElroy. Available where you get your podcast.
Hope you get some nice Easter eggs tomorrow.
1021 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader.
Yeah, that one's gone!
Des Moines Radio.
Morning, Scotty.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Ed Bank, and we start with the NCAA tournament where we are down to the Elite Eight. The last four spots were filled last night. One filled by Duke as the Blue Devils took out top-seeded Houston.
The following show on 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Look at that. Somebody's going to win one of those here next week. How about that? Aren't those beautiful? Thank you, Grizzly. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our friends over at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Hope everybody's having a great Easter weekend. Happy Easter, everybody. Remember what Easter is all about. It's not about chocolate eggs and chickens and a guy in an Easter suit. It's about the man, the myth. Well, he's not really a myth. The man, the legend, Jesus Christ. That's right, our Lord and Savior. Thank you, Jesus. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. We got a fun show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about filming your turkey hunts. You can tell I got 2 hours sleep last night, can't you? Yeah, filming my turkey hunts with Joe Coy from Fourth Arrow Camera Arms, Winsent, and Final Rest, and all them other fine companies they got. The Tree Thrasher. It's a plethora of companies they got now under that umbrella. It's crazy. 8 o'clock hour, we got Jim Coffey coming in. That's our Iowa DNR turkey biologist. We're going to talk a little bit about the opening season next week. Yep, turkey season for the kids opens next week. Kind of crazy. And then we got a whole bunch of other stuff to tell you about in between. We're live streaming the show on Morning Chris. Good morning, Steven. Have a great show. Wonderful Easter, Dan. You too, Steven. Chris, good morning. Happy Easter to you too. Streaming on the Imperial RV live stream, brought to you by Imperial RV Center over there in Ankeny. Let's go over to the phones and say hi to our buddy Joe Coy. Joe, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Joe, did you know that Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage is in Carlisle, Iowa?
You know, I did not know that, but now I do.
Did you know for $60 a month you can get a 12 by 50 foot assigned spot? Joe?
All right, you broke up there a little bit.
I said, did you know for $60 a month you can get a 12 by 50 foot assigned spot?
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Did you know they had secure gates 24/7 and security cameras there on the lots?
I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think you need to pick up the phone and call 515-822-1362 and ask for Tracy, Dick, or Danielle, and ask them about if you pay for 1 month, you pay $60 a month for up front. You get a 1 month free when you pay for a year. How about that?
Oh, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Thank you for helping me do my commercial. What's going on, buddy?
Oh man, I'm ready for turkey season, man. I'm gonna wait till a couple of weeks yet here in Michigan, but I'm ready.
Hey, do you have Daylight Donuts up there in Michigan?
No, I don't think I've ever even heard of them.
If you travel south, look up Daylight Donuts. We got Pete the Donut Man Ariotti. Happy Easter, Pete. He watches the show every week, and he's like a big shot over at Daylight Donuts. They're pretty good. Try the maple bacon long john. It doesn't.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, when I've had
a maple bacon donut and it was fantastic.
Oh, I'm just telling you, it blows your mind because you don't. When I first heard about it, I'm going, I don't know about that. But when I ate it, it was amazing. Andrew, wishing you a happy Easter too, Andrew. Thank you, Jerry Hall. Good morning. Gary, happy Easter. Gary, happy Easter. Good morning. Ready for some walleyes? I am, Gary. Joey, good morning. Good to see you. Hank, good morning down at Revelton, buddy. Happy Easter, buddy. Hey, yeah, they got the big Midwest Walleye Challenge. Do you walleye fish at all?
I've done a little bit, not a whole lot. But man, I do enjoy it when I do it, but just don't do it a whole lot.
They got a deal now. I think this was in Iowa for a couple years, but they used to call it the Iowa Walleye Challenge. But now it's a company out of Canada, and they work with the DNRs around the country to help get data on walleye catches and stuff. So they're doing this big contest across 12 states and 2 provinces up in Canada. Every 2 weeks, you can enter a contest in your state. And all you got to do is when you go walleye fishing and you catch a walleye, you just take a picture of the walleye on a bump board. That's what.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then you upload it to the app, and you automatically are registered to win like $70,000 in cash or prizes.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, as soon as turkey season's over, I'm going to be fishing my rear off, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Hey, I got my little care package. Good morning, Tony. Happy Easter to you too, buddy. Appreciate that. I got my little care package in the mail yesterday. What do you call? What's the POV adapter called?
Yeah. So we call it the Silent Flex POV mount. So, we've been wanting to come out with it's basically a gooseneck style clamp POV mount.
Mm-hmm.
We've been wanting to come out with one for quite a while that wouldn't make noise, because I've actually last few seasons I've used one that I just picked up offline somewhere that it makes noise when you flex it around, especially when it's cold out, and that's not really what you want. So ours, it's got the gooseneck portion of it doesn't make any noise when you flex it around. Super sturdy though. Once you get it to the right spot, you can. It works super well. So basically, what most guys use it for is they'll put like their 360 cam or their GoPro style of camera, or you can put like a Tacticam, anything like that on it, and it's just a super easy way. You can clamp it to a limb on your tree, clamp it to the rail on your ladder stand or your climber stand, or really anything. And for turkey hunting, I like to use it. If I'm hunting out of a blind, I'll clamp it to the blind somewhere. So yeah, it's got a lot of uses. It's a really easy way to get a cool secondary angle.
Yeah, it's actually got it's great for like a Tacticam 6.0 or 5.0 wide or whatever. But I'm gonna actually just clamp it into the hub of my blind inside and use that as my second angle camera. That makes it a lot easier than that. Like I used to take the POV stake that you guys make, and I'd put it inside the rods, and then I'd take one of those rubber gear ties and secure it that way. I don't have. This one's easy. You just clamp it on and you're done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exciting. So, good morning, Bob Wright. Taking kids to Mentor fishing today. Good for you, Bob. Morning, Rick Seeker. Happy Easter, buddy. Got a lot of people watching this today. One of the things that I love about turkey hunting, Joe, is just hearing the vocalizations and watching the birds. Watching them change colors when they get mad. Their head gets all red, and and boy, I tell you, just getting a POV stake out there with my Tacticam, and I can get that pointed right into my decoy spread, and you can really get some. You can hear the purrs, and you can hear some of the different noises they make real subtle. The spitting drums. When you got that POV stake like 4 or 5 feet away from your decoys, man, you can really pick up some great audio.
Yeah, that's been one of our top sellers lately, is that POV stake. It's so much fun to capture some of those cool angles, and a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll position it where they basically can look back. They can see the decoy and then also see like the blind in the background. So sometimes you can even capture the arrow mid-flight if you're bow hunting turkeys, and it's a super cool angle no matter how you do it.
Yeah. Hey, we're celebrating our 3rd year on the Outdoor Call Radio app. I'm showing everybody. Grizzly got me some really nice coffee mugs. These are those thermal 20 ouncers, and look at that. It's got the Outdoor Call Radio logo on the black. Boy, that pops, doesn't it? So I'll be giving one of these away next week. So make sure you tune in next week if you want to try to win one of those Snaggy Grizzly coffee mugs. So, man, it's you get older, it's the little things that get you all excited in life, Joe.
Right?
Yeah. So I opened that box up, and it's like, oh my gosh, those are beautiful. And my wife goes, "Oh, yeah. Dan, it's a coffee mug." I go, "It's not a coffee mug. It's more. What do you call that? It's a
tumbler.
A tumbler. Yeah. It's that thermal, keeps your stuff warm or cold, and I mean yeah. I mean, it's so pretty. I hate to use it. Yeah.
Oh,
Joey, you can't buy it, buddy. I'm not selling them. Here's the thing, guys. It's hard for me to buy shirts, merch, and all that stuff because it's so darn expensive. And I don't want to have to turn around and charge you guys an arm and a leg for something just to get my brand out there. That's why I just get it. I have them, and then I'll give them away. But Joey, just keep listening to the Outdoor Call Radio app because I'll be giving away. That'll be a prize here in a week or two on the app, okay? So just keep listening, and you got a chance of winning, okay? Because, man, Joe, I just don't like charging my listeners money for stuff. I don't mind asking them to go buy something for a contest if we're doing stuff, or I just did a bait caddy. I got a bait caddy here. That's a company up in Minnesota. We're going to give one of these away, but if you bought a $39 bait caddy, that's like a high-end bait minnow bucket. That's made in the U.S. and in Minnesota. For everyone that came out and bought a bait caddy, I put them in a drawing for a $120 pair of Itasca hunting boots and a Weeby knife. And I mean that see, I don't mind asking them to do that because they got a chance of winning $150 worth of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut it off at 10 for every 10 people. I drew a name. 1 in 10. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I'll be doing that this fall when we give some Winsent units away. And hey, and thank you for getting those e-thermal units out. Those e-thermal units are awesome. Joe, are we having phone issues today? I said thank.
Apparently we are.
Yeah,
I lost you for just 1 second.
Yeah, I said
those
Go ahead.
Thermal units are super cool. I love them too. I mean, they're great for deer season. We've got a lot of different scents for them for that. Like the pads I just sent you. Another thing we love using them for is for mosquito repellents.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice. They're a nice little unit. Totally rechargeable. I can't wait to. We got a couple more to give away this year, and I look forward to doing that. So what's the big push for Winsent and Fourth Arrow this year? I know. You know what I was going to tell you? We got a new partner on the show. They're out of Missouri. They're called Mo Vets Outdoors, and they're doing some amazing stuff for veterans. They take people from all over the country hunting and fishing. They take them on survival schools training. They take them out and just take them on like poker runs and a whole bunch of things just to get out there and get them in a safe and beneficial environment with other veterans. They're building a brand new lodge in Missouri to facilitate a lot of the veterans when they come out to stay, and they're doing some exciting stuff. So I told them that I'm definitely going to have to get you guys hooked up with them with Final Rest because they get a lot of disabled hunters, and that Final Rest for someone's in a track chair or that's out that doesn't have mobility. That Final Rest is amazing for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's several organizations that we work with like that. So yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I'll get you hooked up with them. But they just do an amazing job, so I'm excited about that. So, what's got you all fired up this turkey season? I mean, I'll be toting my tripod, and I might try to use my Rex arm and the pillar kit this year, just to throw that up and stuff. That's really nice if you got 2 or 3. If you got a little kid, or if you got two other guys in the blind with you, or if you got your wife with you, or ladies, if you're out there hunting and you got your boyfriend with you. I mean, however you want to say it. That if you need more legroom, that Rexy arm with that pillar kit's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And Joe, tell everybody how that just goes in. It just you got a little hub adapter that you put in behind, and then it's got a plate and then you put your monopod steak on screwed down on that plate, and then that's where you put your help me out here, Joe.
Yeah. So the cool thing about that system, so basically the way it works is, imagine you're a regular monopod, and then you put a clamp bracket on that.
Fluid head. That's what I was trying to think of. Fluid head. I'm sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So with that clamp bracket you put in that monopod, you can basically clamp to a shelf and a blind. So you can actually use this in a hard-sided blind. But in your pop-up blind, what you're going to do is we have what we call a pop-up blind adapter. That's what's going to lock to your hub. And it's super easy to lock to the hub, and it's got a little flat kind of shelf that comes out, and then you clamp to that little shelf with that basically a C-clamp that's on that monopod. And super easy to set up, and like you said, it's stable. You're basically using the structure of the pop-up blind to keep your filming setup stable. So then you don't take up any leg room in the blind like a tripod would.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's quiet too, Joe.
Yep, for sure.
Joey's having some problems this morning. Joey, I'm not going to read that on the air, but I'm sorry, buddy. That's just stupid. You gotta love people. No, that Rexy arm thing's the way to go. Joe, hang on. I got to take a real quick break. We come back, we'll pick it up. We'll be right back with Mr. Joe from Fourth Arrow Wind Scent Final Rest, talking a little turkey hunting, and we're going to get some tips from Joe when we come back on how to make better taping hunts this spring turkey season. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Morning, everybody.
Is it time to get your carpet looking like it's
Somebody's going to get them a Rupers Rooster Peace turkey call this morning, and a bait caddy.
Well, if you call Jesse at Richard Remediation and Cleaning in Ankeny, Iowa, Jesse has been helping folks get their carpets, upholstery, tiling.
Morning, Andrew. Good to see you, buddy.
Since he learned from his father on how to take care of customers. Richard Remediation and Cleaning can handle any size job, from a single home to multi-unit apartments or offices. They offer first responders and military.
You want to call him back and see if we can get about it? You think that sells bad?
Work, getting things back to normal, or cleaning up.
You too, Bill. Good morning, buddy.
Pick up the phone and call 319-400-6921. That's 319-400-6921. Or look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation and Cleaning. One call cleans it all. Look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation and Cleaning, or call 319-400-6921.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right
Morning, Mitchell. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you.
For all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently.
You mean to win one of those coffee deals, Joey? Just, I'm gonna probably start a contest next week. So listen in on Wednesday. On Turkey Talk Radio, and I'll figure it out. But I'll probably just listen to the app and send me a screenshot, and I'll draw a winner. What's up, Rupee? I'll tell you on Wednesday for sure. All right, but I'll just probably do it where you send me a screenshot list of a show you're listening on the app. No, the call. Oh, the call. I'm gonna give that away on trivia today. So you'd have to if you live in the Iowa area, that's how you can win the call. I'll be giving another one away on the app on Wednesday next week. Okay, Joey? I'll have Mr. Rupert send that one out to the winner. So I'm going to give one away here in Iowa, and then Wednesday anybody around the country can win. Got to make sure we keep Mr. Rupert busy. The tomb is full, but only for one more day. Amen, Scotty.
Smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices, marinades, and rubs.
Hey, Mr. Todd, you see that? Look at that beautiful sweatshirt, buddy. Look at that. Styling and profile. You what?
You're trying for a raise.
Oh, I don't want to get a raise from Rupert. Not Rupe.
For recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grill meats taste great.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery
and then
Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport.
I'm going out first season, Andrew, and I bow hunt everything, Andrew, so I'll probably hunt all 4 seasons, to be honest with you. It depends.
Archery Field and Sports carries archery.
There you go.
Matthews, Hoyt,
I'll be out there opening day, buddy.
Top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques, and are experts at.
I figure I better hunt early this year, as Mormon stuff as has been. So I've got the DNR turkey biologist on at 8 o'clock, Andrew. You might make sure you listen to that. Jim Coffey. He'll tell us where the birds are.
That'll help you fill your tags. Archery Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500. You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Happy Easter, everybody. I got my friend Joe from Fourth Arrow Wind Scent Final Rest on, and we're talking a little bit about turkey hunting tips. Joe, you got what's a good tip you got for the folks? You guys are out there putting a lot of SD cards, burning some SD cards during the spring. What do you like to do when you're out there filming your turkey hunts?
Yeah, so I have a couple of different tips actually, and some are kind of different based upon the way you hunt turkeys. But like, for example, if you're hunting out of a pop-up blind, one of the things, I know we talked about the Rex Arm Pillar Kit in the last segment. So even if you do like to use a tripod sometimes, one of the things that can, you know, with turkey hunting, you want to reduce movement as much as possible, right? It's got to be super simple, easy. And in a pop-up blind, oftentimes you'll have those blind spots where your windows end, right, before your next window starts. So if you're just filming with a tripod only, with that blind spot, you basically, if the turkey's right there and you're trying to film them, you have to move the tripod around. So that's why we have, like, the Rex Arm, like we talked about. And it's super easy. Basically, instead of having to move the tripod, that 10-inch Rex Arm, you basically have 20 inches left and right that you can move it and then keep following that turkey more easily. So that's one tip out of the blind. And then the other thing, the way I hunt turkeys a lot is just kind of run and gun, and I'll just sit in the ground. And one of the things I try to do, right, is find cover. Well, the annoying thing about cover sometimes when you're filming is if you have your camera in autofocus, sometimes it'll want to pick up on leaves and pick up on, branches that you're trying to hide behind.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you review your footage later, you're like, I didn't get the thing in focus when the turkey came in. So a lot of cameras, it's super easy to change your camera to manual focus. That's just something you might want to play with before the season starts. Is figure out, okay, how do I turn my camera to manual focus quickly and easily, and then be able to dial that focus in if you ever run into a scenario like that.
Yeah, if your field of death is short, you run it on manual if you can. If it's real wide or real long, you don't have a lot of stuff that's going to bounce that autofocus in. Go ahead and flip it. Flip it on manual if you're going to be tight. Morning, Skippy Peterson, Gearhead Archery's in the house. You know Skippy Peterson, Joe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, owner operator, Gearhead Archery.
Oh yeah.
Andrew's seen a bunch out last night, really promising. Dave, happy Easter, Dave. Glad you're feeling better. So I think that's good advice and stuff. And don't forget about doing those second angles and stuff in your spreads. You can really get some amazing stuff going on there. So
yeah. The other thing I love to have a second angle. We talked about like the POV flex mount and the blind. Let's say if I'm hunting on the ground too, I like to put even a GoPro on like our mini tripod or the stake pointing back at me if I'm just sitting on the ground. And a second angle just helps tell the story so much more when you put your video together. And sometimes it takes forever for the turkeys to come in. So what I like to do when I'm editing the hunt is you can bounce back and forth between your main camera that shows the turkey and your second angle, and you can cut out so much time seamlessly versus having to keep like jump cutting your main footage. So.
Yeah, no, it's always nice to have something to cut away to. Trust me. So I like a second angle inside the blind for I keep it close up on me, or when I draw back, or if I'm running a call, if I got my Rupert's Roost in Peace slate call, and I get, I'm sitting there hitting it with the striker, I can get tights of those shots with that other camera. So I don't have to keep moving my main camera out as much. But yeah, it's a lot of fun turkey hunting with a camera sometimes. Sometimes it's a pain.
Oh,
yeah. Turkey hunts aren't as bad because usually if you can keep them fixed on your decoys, you're okay. But every once in a while, they'll come in behind the blind or something on you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And the blind always helps. It's definitely a lot easier to film out of the blind.
Yeah. Hey, how many are you guys good in stock on those POV or the POV clamps?
Yes. Yep. We got plenty of those.
Can I give a couple of those away?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let me put that in my giveaway list, so I don't forget. So I think I got 2 eThermal. I got 3 2.0s yet to give away, but we'll do that this summer and fall. I got 2 eThermal units left, and then can I give away? Are those clamps affordable if I want to give away 3 this spring?
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so 3. What do you call them again?
This Silent Flex POV mount.
Silent Flex POV mount.
Yep.
Thank you, Joe. All right, I like that. We'll give one of those away. I'll give one of those away here on the show this morning, and then I'll give another one of those away on Turkey Talk Radio next week, folks. So make sure you listen Wednesday if you don't win today. Or you know what? We'll give them away because Joe's going to mail those. So I'll just give those away on Wednesday. Listen on Turkey Talk Radio at 5 on the Outdoor Call Radio app, and I'll give 1 or 2 of those away on Wednesday. So is that okay, Joe?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. That way it's during the week and you don't have to mess with it. So big plans for Easter today. What are you having? Prime rib or ham?
You know what? I don't even know what we're having. I know we're having a bunch of people over today, but the food part I'm not sure about yet.
I think we're having a big spiral ham.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Well, I guess that's it, man. Anything else you want to share with the folks?
And the only other thing that we didn't really mention too much was another product that we have that's great for turkey season is our tree thrasher. So, whenever you're, making your regular turkey sounds with your pot calls,
I knew you were going to get this in. No, and listen, what he's going to tell you right now, folks, it can make or break a difference on a tom that's locked up at 50 yards. But go ahead, Joe. I didn't mean to jump on you, but go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So basically, our tree thrasher, we normally sell it as a deer call.
Yep.
But it's a great turkey call as well. So for deer season, it's great because you can basically replicate the sound of a deer moving through the woods, making a scrape. All the natural sounds a deer would normally hear, where you can use that in conjunction with a grunt tube, just helps make your calling more realistic. On the turkey side, similar thing, right? You want to replicate that sound. If you're trying to replicate the sound of a feeding hen, and if you're on the edge of the woods, you can rustle that. Basically, the tree thrasher is almost like a mini accordion that you can push back and forth and in and out, and it makes the sound of rustling leaves. So if you're on the edge of the woods in a pop-up blind and you don't have a way to just reach under the ground and scratch the leaves, with this, it's super easy to make that sound. And works so well. I don't know how many times I've had those stupid toms hang up.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave, come in.
Yeah, because a lot.
To just add realism.
Yeah.
And kind of sweet talk them in.
Yeah, when they're hung up like that, if you keep calling at them, they want the hen to come to them. And we've talked about this for years on the show. That's why God programmed their brains. But we're asking them to do what's not against what's inside their mind. But you take that tree thrasher and you rustle it like Joe said. You just twist it. It is like a little accordion, but it sounds like turkey scratching is what it does.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
He hears that and don't call. People keep calling when the turkeys out there are locked up at 60 yards and stuff or whatever, and you're or 70 yards, and you don't keep calling to them because they're not going to come in. If you shut up and just make that scratching noise, I'm telling you right now, that's going to work better for you in the long run. I've been down that road so many times, Joe. Of the 95 turkeys I've shot with my bow, I can guarantee you, the majority of them is when it is so hard when you can physically see that tom in full strut, spitting and drumming, and it's so hard to put that call down because you want to keep calling. But I promise you, if you put that call down, if they're locked up like that, and you take that tree thrasher and you do that, and they're going to come in. Now they might come in quiet, but they're going to get curious and come in. So, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that makes a big difference.
No, that's a great tip, man. Yeah, I thought you were going to tell me you start scraping the blind with it or something. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Hey, that little thing worked. I took that last year and I was raking the tree with it when I was in there, and it worked pretty slick.
Oh yeah, yep, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, thank you for spending part of your Easter weekend with us. I always appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for good morning, Brant. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Easter. Give a few of those away. Well, Pete, I'll give some of those. I can't give everything away, Pete. They got to make a living. Everybody wants to. Did you hear that? Give a few of those away. Yeah. Why don't you send? Hey, tell you what, Pete. You send Joe up at Fourth Arrow a couple dozen donuts, and I'm sure he would send you something back.
Yeah, it's got to be from Daylight Donuts.
Yeah.
It's got to be them bacon long johns.
Yeah, you send him a couple dozen making bacon or whatever you call them things. Maybe he'll reciprocate. Pete's a good guy. He actually won our whitetail hunt that we gave away. That's how I met him. He won that to Triple H Outfitters. So he got to go spend some time in Kansas with Larry McCoy and I. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Morning, Aaron. Hey, I'm buying one, he says. Joe, where would he go to buy that?
So if he goes to treethrasher.com, they're right there on the website.
Treethrasher.com. There you go. Do you have a discount code you can give him?
I don't think we have an active one as far as that goes right now, but we do have free shipping minimum if they get over a certain amount. So if he needs to buy one for him and one for his buddy, he should be able to get free shipping.
There you go, Pete. Buy two and he'll give you free shipping. How about that? That's worth its weight in gold right there. Hey, Joe, thanks for everything, buddy. Please tell Dave and Mark and everybody thank. Oh, hey, before I let you go, those new chairs are amazing, man. I got my chairs in. And they're quiet, they're comfortable. You guys knocked it out of the park with those chairs.
Oh, they're super nice. They make a long sit so much better. They've got padding in just the right places. They don't make any noise. They're easy to bow hunt with. So
yeah, those are awesome, man. Thank you for sending those out.
Absolutely.
All right, go have fun and good luck finding your Easter eggs.
All right, thanks.
Tell everybody where they can see everything.
Yeah, so if you just want to go to fourtharrow.com, that's basically got the links to all of our products and websites from there. So that's the easiest way to do that.
Yeah, make sure you check out the e-thermal. Make sure you check out that new Silent. What was it? Silent what?
The Silent Flex POV now.
Silent Flex, and I'm just telling you right now, folks, the tree thrasher stuff's great. And if you know anybody, hey, and it's not just for somebody that's disabled. If you have a problem steadying your crossbow or your shotgun, check out that Final Rest website that they got, because that can make your hunting way more comfortable and way more accurate, right, Joe?
Oh yeah, and less movement.
Right. And you got the couple of those little grab and what do you call them? Flex and grabs, or what is it?
Yeah, flex and rip. So
yeah.
that one's really popular for turkey season.
Yeah.
Straight to shotgun. Super easy to use, lightweight.
Yeah, how heavy are the chairs? Mitchell wants to know. Mitchell, they're not. I will tell you this: they're very well made, so they're not super light. These are going to be something you're going to want to get out and set up prior to your hunt, unless you're just carrying your chair out. If you're carrying just your chair out, it's not that big a deal. But Joe, how much do the things weigh? They're not super heavy, but they're not light.
They're not super bad. Off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly. I don't want to give you a wrong number, but
they're going to be heavier than like a hunting camp chair that you might throw in your blind. They're going to be a little heavier than that, but they make absolutely no noise, and you can swivel on them. And if you're going to sit all day, you're going to want one of those chairs. They're amazing.
Oh, for
Yeah. So, and I'm not picking on the chair, Joe. I'm just trying to be as fair as I can about it.
Yeah, and it's not as much of it's one that's more designed to if it's turkey season, you set up your pop-up blind ahead of time.
Right.
You throw the chair in right there.
Yeah.
Or for deer season, you'll just leave that in most of your blinds all year.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them in my grizzly blinds at the farm, and because I'm just telling you right now, because I sit more often when I'm deer hunting all day than I do turkey hunting, and I'm just telling you what, those things will make an all day sit so much more nicer. Because yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so go check. And where can they find those, Joe?
Yeah, so those are actually on fourtharrowcamarms.com as well as Final Rest.
Okay.
But they're also on our Slayer Blinds website for our deer hunting blinds.
Okay, there you go. Joe, I'm going to let you go, man. Go enjoy your family, and we'll talk to you soon, and I'll send you some winners during the middle of next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dan. Happy Easter. Happy
Easter to you too, buddy. Thank you. Hey, Joe. I lost him. Aaron, go look them up on the website. It's I can't remember what the retail on them. They're not super expensive, but boy, they're nice. They are really good. 6:35 and some change here on 1350 ESPN. Let me take a real quick break. I'll be right back, and when we come back, I'm going to tell you about the Midwest Walleye Challenge starts today. That's right, and in honor of that, I'm going to give away a bait caddy. That's right, I'm going to help you get more fish with your bait caddy and maybe win some money. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over
Hi,
at
old friend
Golf
Speed.
Cars.
Thank you, Scott.
Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection.
That'd probably be the last chair you need to buy. They're awesome, man.
As well as a good mix of utility carts as well. We've got a number of
It does, Pete. When you're sitting all day, you know, and Jenny always says, Jenny, you know, I've got Hank Hill disease now. I don't have any rear end anymore.
Check out our website.
So I actually usually got to take a cushion or something with me if I sit a long time because them chairs eat me up. Well, that chair there, I don't think I'm going to need a cushion in. It's like Joe said, it's got stuffing in it, and it's really, really nice. You got it, Mitchell. I had one of them triangle chairs out in Kansas last year. Ask Pete. I was sitting for 12, 14 hours a day without getting out, and I was so sore. I was eating Advil like candy, man. That chair was just killing me. Yeah. You lose your cushion in the back, man. It's not fun. Well, Donovan got me like a real thick. He goes, "Here, old man." I can't help it. My rear was sore, man. My biscuits were burning.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick.
Oh. What do I need to do to give that bait caddy away?
Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease.
Hey, and I want to thank everybody. Lee was the winner. We had that bait caddy contest. I drew the winner, but everybody, look at that. Bob is the owner of the bait caddy, Bob Leeper. He was actually given these are usually extra. Everybody that ordered a bait caddy from that contest we did, he gave them a free net. Isn't that awesome? Got the little floater on there. That was very nice of him. All made in Minnesota. Made in the good old US of A. And is featured in a complete line of quality. Get that? I'm going to put this in my live well, so I got my minnows and my leeches separate from my fish in my live well, but that'll keep my bait separate, easy, handy to get to.
Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures
for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them old papermouth or a slab, folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at purecrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, purecrappie.com has the baits, tackle, and apparel every crappie angler will appreciate. So before you head to your favorite fishing hole, head on over to purecrappie.com. That's purecrappie.com. They will help you catch more.
There you go, Pete.
I'm Mike. And I'm Scotty. And we're inviting you to participate in the Midwest Walleye Challenge. Enter now for your chance to win some amazing prizes, including
Yeah, we need to get a different commercial for them.
They did
plus
this in
some cold
hallway.
hard cash.
Arby's.
Well, they're probably not professional. They're probably just walleye guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're good at walleye. Just like they could.
Your state or province.
Hey, I'm with you, Scott. You get a chair that makes squeaky noises, and when you move or you're trying to shift to draw your bow or whatever, it can ruin your hunt. I'm totally on board with you on that one. You got to have a chair that's quiet.
To be eligible for the cash prizes, it's only a small $25 entry fee. So if you live in the Midwest, or you're just like me and you love fishing for walleye, make sure not to miss out on this amazing opportunity. Sign up today.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right. Today is March 30th. That means it's the start of the big Midwest Walleye Challenge. And we've been telling you about this for a couple weeks now. And I'm excited about this because I'm actually going to take part of this with you. I've got my phone here. We're live streaming for everybody listening on the radio. I apologize, you're not going to be able to see this. But on my phone there, if you look, see that little green app? It says My Catch app. That you pop that open, and that comes up, and it tells you all the different states and contests that are running. And you just go in there and you click, like here's Iowa. Let me see. That's Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Ohio, Indiana. Okay, now where's Iowa? Iowa's right here. I can click on Iowa, and it says it's starting today. Now, here's the thing. You can either do one of two things on this, walleye, sauger, or sawguy, okay? So you can actually, I'm enjoying the app. Thank you. 4 stars, Smith. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to do a show here. Quit giving me surveys. You can do one or two things. You can sign up and you can do it for $25. They have contests going every 2 weeks. It doesn't matter where you fish as long as you're in the state of Iowa. You can go fish a river, a lake, a pond, wherever there's walleye that you know of. And you can spend $25, and if you do that, you're going to be eligible for cash prizes. So you could have the biggest walleye or the most walleye or whatever categories they got going on. Or you can just sign up for free, and you're going to be eligible for just regular. You could win rod and reels, gift cards, fishing reels, whatever. They've got over $70,000 in cash and prizes they're giving away this year. So this is really cool. You just register for the event like it says, and you're ready to go. And then all you need to do when you're out fishing, when you catch a walleye, you get a picture of you measuring the length of the fish. Sorry, I'm trying not to burp.
I'm getting all choked up
thinking about walleye.
It's emotional.
Yeah, it is. You upload that to the app, that picture to the app, and it'll ask you where you were. Now, they don't share your fishing numbers or fishing information. They don't tell everybody where you caught the fish. But that information does go to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, or if you're fishing in Missouri or Illinois, it goes to that DNR or that conservation agency. But that's it. Your other fishing buddies aren't going to know where this was, okay? But every time you catch a fish and you put it on the bump board and you upload it, you got a chance of winning some stuff. Now, here's the thing I really like about this. You can go fishing and not catch anything and still enter and say, I got skunked, or I caught 0 fish, you still could win a great prize just for uploading that information. They really want in the analytical data to help with the fisheries, so they know about stocking numbers, how many fish they need to stock. Am I saying that right? Stock? Yeah, stock. I'm sitting there going, stalking? No, not stalking, stocking. Stock. Yeah, stock. Stock. Head to the chopper.
And stock
Yeah, stock the fish. But that really helps with the analytics with the fisheries department. That's what's really cool about this thing. Lets you get out there, have a lot of fun, catch some great fish. You can even upload a video if you get a nice one you want to release. You can do a video of that and upload it, and they'll give you some promotion on YouTube and stuff. It's really, really a cool deal. And it's going to go through June 30th. So as soon as turkey season's over, I'll be out there with you every week trying to catch some fish. So let's get out there, download that MyCatch app. It's free to download, free to use, and if you don't want to do the $25, you can fish and take part in the contest for free. It's really cool, and our buddy Richard Grimes, who listens to the show a lot, he won several times last year. So hey, get out there and have some fun, and you might win some great stuff. So the Midwest Walleye Challenge, and it's the MyCatch app on your phone's app store. Okay. 6:45 and some change. All right, if you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, I'm going to give away a bait caddy since the Midwest Walleye Challenge opens today. Now, I just read when it's going to be over. I just said it. If you can call Andrew, 244-1350, 244-1350, and tell Andrew when the contest is over, I will give you a bait caddy. Just make sure you can come and pick it up at the station because they won't ship it. They just won't ship stuff. We gotta have you pick it up. So, what's this? 7:45, Dan. Well, thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate that. I don't know what 7:45 means, but it's 244-1350 is the number. So, contest, it ends on a certain date, Mitchell, if that's what you're looking at. Dan, I think you need to turn your clock forward. Oh, Mitchell, I'm sorry. What did I say? 6:40? Well, you know what it is? It's not me. It's the station. Their station clock is wrong. Sorry about that if I said it wrong. Here, I'll put that down and use the other one. I think I did that last week, too. I'm just so used to looking over there and seeing the clock. Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate that. All right.
Can I get your name, your last name?
Oh, all right. So I told you about the Midwest Walleye Challenge. Listen to this. I forgot to tell you guys this. Part of the prizes is going to be a week-long trip to Lac Seul Evergreen Lodge in Canada, as well as fishing equipment such as rods from St. Croix. How about that? And some other great stuff, huh? How about that? That's nice. All good, always helping you. Mitchell, I need all the help I can get, buddy. Thank you. Go check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Ray's Marine, speaking of boats, I was supposed to go get my boat this week, and they called and told me not to come up there because they had a major snowstorm up in Minnesota this week. Can you believe that? Just absolutely crazy. So, Ray's Marine up in Grand Rapids is having a big deal next week, April 5th and 6th from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So next Saturday and Sunday. And they're up at 895 Northeast 1st Street in Grand Rapids. But they're going to have angler Ted Takashaki, who's a big bass guy, I believe. He might be a walleye guy. I don't know. I don't know Ted. But anyway, that's the picture of Ted. He's holding walleye, so he's probably a big professional walleye guy. To me, Jason Mitchell's my walleye guy. They're also going to have Lund Pro staffer, Rainy Lake guide, and Facebook famous Captain Donnie Obart there. Crappies, and learning how to run live scope. So they're going to have some great deals. Now, listen, if you're in the market for a boat, I'll just tell you this: Ray's up there. This will be the third one I bought from them because I sold my other one when I had that cancer scare a couple years ago. But they saved me. I saved $6,000 by buying it up there instead of buying it here in Iowa, and that's a lot of money to me. So if you want to get a great deal on a boat, and save a ton of money, just give Ray's Marine a call up there at Grand Rapids and ask for Eric. All right, I got to take a break. And did we give that bait caddy away?
We did.
Who won?
Yeah. Aaron Harbison.
Oh, congratulations, Aaron. All right, we'll be back after these fine words from our sponsors.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them
Did
at
you
all
check
times.
the prize list on that?
Yeah, we haven't had him for a while.
Okay.
To protect your pet? No worries.
Yeah.
Call Chris at Pet Stop of
He
Des Moines.
was
Chris
well
Ultra
before
is the
the
owner of the
giveaway
Pet Stop
for the
franchise
Blue
in the
Oh,
Des Moines
really?
area and has been keeping pets safe for
Oh,
over 15 years.
iCubs tickets. I need to give away 5 pairs of those.
Today?
Not today.
Okay. So we need 5 pairs.
Yeah, so it's not till May 10th. Should I wait till next week to start giving those away? I figure we give a couple away a week.
Yeah, start next week.
Yeah.
The Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Raven approved.
Hey students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports
iCubs Day is May 10th, Aaron.
guaranteed rate for your whole education while
May
on the shooting
10th.
team. That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of 4 times national champion? Grandview Shooting Sports athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to
That's going to be a long drive up there, but it's worth it to save that kind of money.
University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
That'll be the last boat I buy.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop.
I can't wait to go fishing, man. That's going to be a lot of fun fishing this year.
The Sportsman's Warehouse has everything you need from fishing, hunting, firearms, and camping gear that will make any outdoor trip a success.
Oh, there you go, Gary. They got some great stuff, bud. They really do.
And proven in the field and on the water. Smokers and grills that will cook all your meat easy to prepare. Kayaks and boats.
I can't wait to get wet a line, Gary. I'm going to try and go fishing at least 2 or 3 times a week up this spring and summer since I've done turkey hunting, man.
At great prices that will make sure you are outdoors in comfort and style. If you're
Do a little jig fishing.
Also go shop 24/7 at Sports.
Raven approved. That's right, Rick. Raven approved.
Next outdoor adventure, make
My
sure
puppy.
you check out Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or
Yeah, I was down there making clucks and purrs. I tell you what, whoever wins this call today, I'm going to give this away in the 8 o'clock hour. You're going to be happy, man. This thing is so good for contentment calls. And I actually, this is a cherry slate one from Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. I didn't know that Todd did this, but he actually matches a striker. When he makes this call, he makes that striker, he does it to match it to where he really likes the tone. So when if you buy any of these, make sure whatever striker comes in that package, you label the end of it. I started doing that. So you know which striker goes with which call, so you get really the best nuances of that cluck, that sound and tone. But that's how meticulous Todd is about his calls. He does an amazing job. And he had a great deer classic. Thank you for everybody that came out and bought calls from him. I'm getting my boat ready now. There you go, Rick. I can't wait to get my boat, man.
Need it.
Yeah, I'm going to be living on YouTube for 2 weeks to learn how to run my electronics. I can tell you that because I totally forgot. It's been 3 or 4 years since I ran them, so I have enough trouble running the toaster.
If you like tasty snacks,
That's the nice thing about YouTube. You can go in there and, I learn more by watching than I do trying to read about it.
Cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at
IKEA
Final
should really
Locker,
take that
and they
up.
do each order like it
Yeah,
is their
IKEA
own.
should do that, huh?
If you're lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on
754. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio, 754 and some change here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great day. Boy, we got a lot to do in the next couple weeks. Oh, sorry about unknown files. That's because you're getting old. I am getting old. Jerry, morning, buddy. Annalise says hello, Dan. Well, Jerry, tell her I said hello. That's awesome. Thank you. What was I talking about? Getting old, yeah. I told Jenny, I'm not old. I'm 60.
Come on.
Yeah, in my head, I'm 30. But, it's just, I can tell I'm a little older. I was over at Archery Field and Sports. I had to change sights yesterday. I had a pin break on me. So I was out there and I shot, and I had a couple of people come over. What kind of bow is that? And I said, it's a gearhead. You don't know what gearhead is? And the guy goes, man, that's a different looking bow. I said, hey, this ain't your daddy's bow, buddy. This is the newest in technology. And I shot an arrow, and I went to the left about an inch or two, did a little adjustment, came back, and I started whaling X's. And I said, the guy goes, man, that thing shoots good. I said, yeah, not too bad for a senior citizen, is it? Yeah. For 10 years, every time I get an AARP card in the mail, I tear it up and throw it in the trash. I've been doing that since I was 45. What did I say, 10 years?
Yeah.
So since I was 50. So I'll keep doing it because I just don't agree with some of the stuff they do. But that's me personally. You might like AARP. I'm at the point in my life right now where if I see something that just bothers me, then I just shy away from it. I can't watch the news anymore. I just cannot. I made a promise to you guys that I wasn't going to talk politics or anything. When was that, Andrew? 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It is so hard to keep my mouth shut. I'm just telling you. It drives me nuts not to say nothing. But I'm keeping my promise. I am.
Yeah, you've been pretty good on that.
Yeah. I used to get on my little rant and raves.
Yeah, you had your soapbox.
I did. And I'm trying really hard to keep my word to you. It's hard, though. I'm telling you, Darth. That's about how I feel. Yeah, they tried to pick on us after 50. There you go, William. Yeah, the old AARP ceremony. Rip it open, look at it, and trash can.
Be sure to be with us next time for further adventures of Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
Oh, thank you. All right, I gotta shut up, Andrew. So I had to reset the fantasy football league. Guess who didn't have a keeper ready?
I had it ready.
Yeah, you did not, because it didn't stick. I should have went in there and just took his kicker and put his kicker on as his keeper to teach him a lesson. But did I do that? No, I'm too nice of a guy. I had to do it for you and Chris in Pennsylvania, Chris's son-in-law, and my son-in-law, Ryan.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there was 4 of you. Yeah.
It happens.
Happy birthday, Carter. Well, it's not really his birthday, but anyway, we'll be right back. Keep it here on 1350 ESPN. There you go, Aaron. I just can't. It gets me so angry when I see stuff going on. I have to turn it off. That's why I'm going fishing more this year. Get away from this stupid news.
Life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today. American Family Insurance.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I'm sorry about unknown files on Wednesday night. I had a guy in Canada lined up. Morning, Jeff. That was a ranger, a forest ranger, and said he had Bigfoot come up on the tower with him and his coworker, and he canceled on me. So That's why we didn't have any unknown files. I'm going to probably try to do one more show if I can. I will, Pete. I'll let you know. If I don't get another show in next week, then we'll be back. I'm going to take a couple months off. We're just going to run repeats so you can get caught up on the show you might have missed. And then Dr. Jeff Meldrum finally got back with me. This guy's got me more open-minded about Bigfoot than any other thing in the world. This guy is a college-accredited anthropology professor, and I'm sure you've seen him on TV. But this guy has put his reputation on the line, and he swears that he says Bigfoot's real. And he has got casts and everything back from the 40s and the 50s, and he shows you how these things are anatomically anatomically could not have been faked back in those days. So that's got me thinking. It's like, okay, maybe. But we're going to have him on the show in a couple months. I'm excited about that. That's going to be a good show. Hey, Dan, are you running any specials on the Hootie Hoo or Kooky Coo calls today? Not today, Bill. You're going to get me in trouble again.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Gearhead Archery. Have you seen a Gearhead bow? It does not look like a regular bow. It is fine. I'm telling you. And that's okay. It doesn't have to look like every other bow out there. I actually kind of like standing out in a crowd myself. I like people saying, hey, what's that? Yeah, you could say I like attention. And I get a lot of attention when I show up with a Gearhead. That Gearhead is quiet, accurate, and deadly. And it's one of the most adjustable bows ever out there. Skippy Peterson and his wonderful family are the owners, and they're made in Wisconsin. And I'm just telling you right now, that is one of the finest bows I've ever shot. And if you're a crossbow hunter, check out his crossbows too. GearheadArchery.com. If you're a saddle hunter, you're going to love the 20 or 24-inch axle to axle bows. If I was a saddle hunter, I'd be shooting a Disruptor 24 carbon. That's what I'd be shooting. It weighs 2.5 pounds. And that bow is amazing. So go check them out, gearheadarchery.com, and see what all the fuss is about. I promise you, if you take the time to try one, you're going to be impressed. Everybody at the Deer Classic that shot them was very impressed with the Gearhead. And I've got specials going on. If you're looking for a new bow right now, go over to Archery Field and Sports. The first 4 people to buy a Gearhead archery bow, you're going to get a brand new Tacticam X Pro camera from me, and you got a chance of winning a $1,600 turkey hunt for next year at Knox County Whitetails in Missouri. So go check them out. That is insane. It's a great deal. Go check them out. I don't care what bow you buy as long as it's Gearhead. So, all right, let's head over to the phones. If you ever, I already read that message. Okay. Pete says if we ever get an opening in the fantasy football league, he wants in. Only if you bring us donuts on Saturday.
I guess that's your ticket in.
Yeah.
The donuts have to be it.
Yeah, I gotta quit just letting anybody get in. We need them
you
to.
Don't just let anybody
you gotta earn your way to get into the Outdoors Dan Fantasy Football League.
You gotta.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make that special.
What can you contribute to us all on a weekly basis?
I don't know if you have to do it weekly. Let's head over to the phones and talk to one fine feller, my buddy, Mr. Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing good, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing good. Before we go any farther, how many Sasquatch is the DNR stocked, and do you have tracking collars on them?
No, we put the ankle bracelets on the Sasquatch.
Ankle bracelets. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. I wouldn't want that job. Can you imagine trying to put an ankle bracelet on a Bigfoot?
I think it would be like wrestling cats.
I'm telling you, buddy. Well, no, they could snap you in half, man. They snap you in half.
I'd be afraid they'd sit on me.
I'm just telling you right now. If I ever do run across one and I see one, I'm going to have 2 emotions going through me. One is I got to see what it is. The second one is I'm going to be shaking like I probably never shook before. So, I mean, you think about something that big. I get excited when I get a 45-pound tom coming my way.
It would be an experience. I'm sure it's one that would be need to be photo documented.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 45-pound Tom, folks. I was just exaggerating it. Man, can you imagine trying to shoot a 45-pound Tom? That thing could beat you brainless if it was that big.
Yeah, I'm getting to the age in life that bigger is not better, because after you shoot it, you got to carry it out of the woods.
Boy, I'm telling you what, you get an 18, 19, 20-pound bird, carrying that out is not a lot of fun either. I'm telling you.
It's a little more work than we're used to.
That's good eating, though, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is. I tend to be even on the smaller side of deer anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you on that. Less work. What's that? Hunt smart, not hard. Yeah, I like that. Hey, what's the birds doing in Iowa? Where are we at?
Oh, we are at the beginning of the beginning. So, obviously the birds have been gobbling and strutting for a while, but we're right at the brink of the mating season. So I would say in the next week or so, we're going to actually start seeing some real breeding going on. And then, we're right into egg laying, and the whole process is going to start real soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm getting really good trail cam pictures. I mean, they've been chasing hens like crazy the last couple of days. Did this cold front do anything? I mean, did it put them back? Because I mean, I was actually, Jim, you know me, I'm always trying to think about stuff too much, but I was kind of worried about fourth season with it being so warm and stuff so early. I mean, did that help with that, or does that really matter?
It doesn't matter too much. Most of turkey behavior is based on photo period, day length, and that's really what drives the social interactions in the actual breeding process. It can shift a little bit, and then it can be deterred a little bit, by the localized weather, but not a big change. If it's time to be breeding, they'll be breeding, and whether there's snow flying or rain happening, it's just those little daily events that kind of slows them down a little bit.
What happens if the eggs freeze?
So eggs don't actually freeze at a normal temperature. They have to get really, really cold before they would become infertile. And so that's just a phenomenon of nature. If they do freeze for some reason, or the eggs become inviable, most likely the hen would continue to lay on them, to incubate them, sit on them, and they would not hatch because they would become infertile.
Okay.
But that's a pretty rare case.
So how cold would it have to be for that would happen? Like 5 below or something, or like it would?
I don't know what the actual temperature is, but it's not like if it's 28 degrees, they're going to be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I was just curious. I mean, because hopefully we don't get that cold this time of year, huh?
No, we shouldn't. And part of that too is that the ground temperature is going to be coming up, and that would help. Those eggs being in contact with the ground would help them stay at a normal temperature as well. So
yeah.
There's lots of other factors that are going to be going into place there.
Man, I tell you, one of the things that scared the crowd out of me more. I was walking out of a field one time, and I was carrying my camera bag, my tripod, my bow and decoy, and I was coming through the CRP, and I got within like a foot of a nesting hen, and she took off. That scared the crud out of me, Jim.
Yeah, that'll make you think twice.
I couldn't believe I didn't see her.
Yeah, they're invisible. I mean, that's Mother Nature's designed them to sit there, and the tighter they sit, usually the more committed to that nest they are. They let a lot of things walk past them every day. They have to really think that you're going to cause them some serious injury before they'll flush in most cases.
Well, I'm telling you what, that I almost had a stroke, man. I tell you, it's like, oh, what? I was like, what the heck? It was just like, it was crazy.
Worse than that is walking in the dark.
Yeah.
That happen.
Yeah, that's not fun. I think the worst thing I ever had happen to me turkey hunting was I had a bull in a pasture that I didn't know was there, and this was in Kansas, and I was walking to the blind, and I kept hearing behind me, and it's pitch dark, and I go, what is that? And I got my phone out, turned the light on. There's a bull right behind me.
Yeah, cows like to follow you.
Yeah,
they're pretty fun.
Yeah, I've had
bulls I'd really be worried about, but it's kind of fun, like you just said, when you got a cow that's following you. Now you do have to be careful. The cow's got a calf.
Yeah,
then she's a whole different beast. Then.
Yeah, I actually had a buck do that to me one time during the rut. I was walking to my stand in the pitch black, and I kept hearing something behind me, and I turned around, and there was a big buck right behind me following me.
Yeah, animals are curious. They want to know what's going on. They want to know who's crazy and walk around in the middle of the night as well.
Yeah, I said, really? You couldn't wait till daylight and I was in the tree?
If probably scared the crap out of them too.
Oh yeah.
They're probably just sitting there sleeping, and you scared them.
Yeah, probably. Either that, or he thought I was a sexy doe walking across the field.
That would really be a stretch.
Yeah, look at that big old sexy fat doe walking across that pasture. I better go see what that is. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Turkey numbers look pretty good. I've been seeing some good bird numbers on my cameras and stuff.
Yeah, we're still getting some good reports from people around. Obviously, they're getting excited as they're out, do a little preseason scouting, and they're hearing the gobbling, and nice weather is always fun to get out. We do have some green out there in southern Iowa, and I'm sure that northern Iowa's coming on, and that's always got people excited because when it's green grass, you start seeing a little bit of the flowers starting to pop up. Spring's really right here.
Yeah. Well, they're finding some morel mushrooms down south already. I mean, some nice ones too, down in southern Missouri and Oklahoma. So it's not that far away.
Yeah, I've heard some reports of, like you said, southern Missouri. They're starting to work their way forward, and that's all based on ground temperature.
Yeah.
So same thing the farmers work off. We don't plant our corn until the ground's in the right condition, and we're going to get some moisture this weekend. So with a little bit of heat, a little bit of moisture, we're going to see things green up real quick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. 8:09 and some change. We're visiting with Iowa DNR biologist, Mr. Jim Coffey, and we're talking turkey this morning on the Outdoor Call Radio. So, I was just talking with one of our partners about turkeys locking up and stuff at 60, 70 yards, and I was from experience over the years when I got a turkey that's just locked up and he's not coming any farther. I actually have to. I learned a couple years ago to put my calls down and just be quiet. And if you can make like scratching noises or something where they're feeding and stuff, that's worked really well for me, Jim. But man, I'm telling you, them turkeys, they're programmed for that hen to go to him, aren't they?
Absolutely, that's the biology right there. Is once he knows that she knows where he is, he pretty much wants to stay in one spot because he's got other hens coming too. It's not just you. He doesn't want to commit to one. He wants to, he's kind of the old adage of a bird in the hand's worth two in the bush, but he's still worried about the two in the bush. He wants to know those other hens are coming to him as well. And you're exactly right. There's a lot of people that call too much, and that's an issue because once he hears you call and he's responding to you, many cases he's just going to hang there and say, "Okay, you come to me."
Yeah. It is so hard to put that call down when you got him out there popping, spitting, and drumming. It's like maybe if I do this or that, but I've just learned over the years if you just put that call down, he's either going to get mad and come in, or get curious or come in, or he's going to just move on. It's one of them three things. One of them three things is going to happen. Most of the time, they're going to come in though.
Well, and for a new turkey hunter, that's exactly right. Is that it's hard not to when they're calling and gobbling to you, you get excited because you're like, wow, this is a real deal. It's happening. But what you have to remember too is when that gobbler shuts up, he's probably moving.
Yeah.
And he's either moving away from you or he's coming towards you. And I've talked to many young turkey hunters that are like, yeah, he got quiet. I thought he was leaving. Then I looked up and he was staring right at me.
Right. Yeah.
Like now he's sneaking. He's coming in. He doesn't, because the game has changed. You're supposed to come to him, but now he's coming to you. He's putting his stealth mode on. He's going to sneak in and be looking for you really hard. He's looking for movement. And that's where most turkey hunters get busted is that little extra movement they're not paying attention to.
Yeah, Dave Smith's got a breeding pair it's got a string on the Jake on his tail, and you can run that too underneath your blind, or it's got a little pull cord on it, and it simulates that Jake decoy breeding that lay down hen. And I had two strutters last year. How I got my Tom is they were up there gobbling, and I know they were in the woods looking down at me. I didn't see them, but I knew they were looking, and they just would not come out of that timber. So I put my calls down and I grabbed that string and I popped that Jake decoy 2 or 3 times where it was like breeding motion. And man, I looked up in like 10 seconds, they were on a dead run in my decoy setup.
Well, those turkeys are always using their eyes and they're always looking for that movement. And that's what makes it difficult on those really calm mornings because they can see you, moving your hand up to your face mask. And obviously if you're in the blind, that's a good situation for concealing that movement. But they're really attuned to keeping an eye on anything that's moving out there. And, of course, then they're listening, too. And like you alluded to, sometimes the best call is just scratching the leaves a little bit.
Yeah.
That indicates, some calm behavior. We're over here feeding, and they're like, okay, there's some hens over there. They're not real interested in me, but they're just hanging out feeding. So I'll walk over and show them what I got.
Absolutely, yeah. The same thing for deer hunting. Larry taught me that. He always carried a big bag of leaves with him. Now we got that tree thrasher thing from Tree Thrasher, but he'd take that bag of leaves and put his hand in his pack and steer that, make that rustling sound. And it's amazing how that will turn a deer sometimes. If they're not coming in and you hit that bleat call or grunt call, and their ears go up, and then they start. You hit and you rustle them leaves. I've had that just totally turn that deer back and come back to me. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah, it is. And again, they're out there. They hear those noises every day, and to them, that's a common noise. They're not running away from it.
Yeah.
And they're curious social animals. They're just going to be cautious when they turn. They're going to be looking for the sight. They're going to be looking for the movement to say, okay, what made that noise?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that talk about having refuges. I don't want to go in and disturb my animals. I kind of laugh at that theory sometimes because I'm like, if humans walking through the woods sounds different than anything else in the woods, and if that's the first time they've heard that human walking through the woods, there's a chance they are going to run away from it. But if they hear it, you're not a threat to them. Most of the time you're in the woods, you just become another noise to them.
Yeah.
You just know where you're at.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, well, I need to take a break, Jim. Hang on for me. When we come back, I want to talk about turkey vital areas. Good places from a biologist where your higher percentage shots are with a bow, and of course shotguns. We know how to aim there, but we'll talk about that when we come back. Hang on for me, Jim. Well, be right back on 1350 ESPN. Good morning.
To your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. FlexFletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for
FlexFletch. I love my Silent Nights.
Vanes are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than vanes out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction.
Get ready.
In flight.
Someone's going to win a beautiful Rupert's Roost that pays turkey call.
Or bounce back after pass-through shots on
no, you're not getting my sweatshirt. That's mine.
Arrow flight
I had to get these made because I wanted a different color.
Colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use in their setup. Whether it's
good morning, Tommy Owl.
Or hunting, FlexFletch has the vane for you. To see these great vanes and adhesives like Zing or FlexBond to get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch, go to your local dealer.
It's almost time to put the hoodies away. It's getting warm.
Proudly made in the USA.
I'm so happy when it's hoodie weather.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures.
I went over all the commercials with Chris and told him what should be running. He said he was going to double check everything. Is it better today?
Materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing.
They are, Tommy. I love Silent Nights. Good, the best vanes I ever used, man. Good stuff. Made in Minnesota.
Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by billions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.
Man, I could not sleep last night. I could just sit there thinking about turkey spots, and I got my turkey blind set up in one area, and it's like, should I be over on this other draw? And it's just like, nah, I'm in the right spot. I'm itching for some decent weather. Me too, Tommy. But yeah, I don't stay awake thinking about fishing like that. Fishing, I just go relax. Hunting, I always get all worked up and I can't sleep. I don't know why that is.
Shiners and bait fresh while you fish. The Bait Caddy has a clear UV-resistant housing that lets you see your bait at all times. Its large lid allows easy access to your bait and keeps it handy and flush in 8 to 10-inch ice holes. No loose parts. It's
What's everybody doing today? Anything fun?
Plus, it's made not to crack, warp, or fade. The bait caddy will fit in your life well or troll easy alongside your boat, and it's made in the USA. The bait caddy has a lifetime warranty and will be a bait system your friends will want. For more information, please go online to www.baitcaddy.com. The Bait Caddy, easy access to your bait, made in Minnesota and keeps your bait fresh all day.
Hey, I'm Chelsea, and a little thing I like about
There
the
you go,
Chick-fil-A
Tommy.
Spicy Deluxe sandwich is I think it's just a perfect combination of ingredients.
Thank you, Scott. I just saw that. Thank you.
The sandwich, it's the right type of spice and the right
Tommy says donuts are a passion.
It's crunchy on the outside, but then really tender on the inside. And then obviously the pickles on the bottom are iconic. There are too many things I like about it. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, I like that puppy.
The spice and order the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe
That puppy
sandwich
looks
on the
nice,
Chick-fil-A
Tommy.
app today. Real guest paid for their testimonial.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line,
Last
just
one,
can't
and then
figure
we're
him
back.
out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer.
Why am I behind today? I'm behind. I haven't done the fishing report yet. How'd I get behind? Good morning, Roger. Huh?
I have faith in you. I thought you were going to. He's going to get to it. He has something. He has a plan.
I got behind in the first hour.
I want to see
More successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. We're talking turkeys. So, Jim, if someone's going to be shotgun hunting, you want to get out there and pattern your gun, get out there and make sure you're patterning your shotgun with the shells you're actually going to be hunting with, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That's critical. You have to use the weapon you're going to use in the field. And, we just finished up a 2-day turkey seminar here with the DNR for new and some experienced hunters as well. And the thing we also always emphasize is make sure you're wearing the clothes you're going to be wearing. Cold morning, you got an extra jacket on, that gun sits a little prouder from your shoulder, and you got to get your head down just right. And practice. I've been telling a lot of people, there's a lot of Caitlin Clark craze going on, and Caitlin didn't get good by just saying she wanted to play basketball today.
Yeah.
She went out and practiced every day.
Yep, absolutely.
You got to be practicing your calling, practicing your shotgun patterning, and the other thing is practicing your woodsmanship skills. It's one thing to shoot at a pattern. It's another thing to sit down on the ground and shoot from a position, in the woods, and be able to judge distance. And that's probably where most people get hung up, is they misjudge distance when they're shooting in the woods.
Yep. As far as bow hunting, I always when I'm doing seminars or talking turkey hunting with a bow, I always tell everybody there's 3 shots that I prefer to do. One is, if they're coming in straight ahead, is about 2 inches above the beard, straight on. I've taken a lot of birds doing that with an arrow. The other one is when they're broadside and full strut, if you go straight up the legs, all the way up to the upper third of the bird, there's a feather line that goes down their neck and all the way down across their body. If you get just below that, there's like a little triangle pad of feathers, little patch of feathers right there. It's straight up the legs and about 2 inches to the head and that upper third of the bird. That's a devastating shot with a bow. And the third one is when they're full strut walking away from you. The good Lord gave you a bullseye.
Right, correct. Yep, that's the classical we talk about with turkey hunters. But you're exactly right. You've practiced, all 3 situations: coming at you, going away from you, and going sideways to you, because you never know how that bird's going to present itself to you. So you got to be prepared.
Yeah, because if you go 2 inches above the beard and right below the conicals there, that's straight into the vital pocket, right?
Right, and that's what you're really looking at. You're looking at a really deep penetration that's going to get into, lungs, and things that are going to, a bird in most cases, unlike a shotgun, is not going to die instantly. There's going to be some flopping and potentially some running and a little flying going on. But if you get into those vitals where you're really tearing stuff up, that bird's going to be in the bag.
Yeah, usually they're down within 10 yards. It's a devastating shot with them. And You know,
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of shock that's happening there too. Because when you're going at that level, you're hitting right at that spine area, and we can tear those nerves up, sever that spine, or at least put a lot of shock power into it. That'll cause that bird to go down too.
yeah, absolutely. They, decaps have become very popular. I've shot several with that. You know, that's probably the quickest, most humane way to kill a turkey, to be honest with you. But boy, it just messes up your pictures.
And it's for some people, it's also a little devastating when you walk up there. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. There's two sides to that coin, because a lot of people love it because I hit it and I kill it pretty instantly, and then there's people that are just like, yeah, that head's moving a little bit too much. That body's a nice big target, and they just don't have that confidence to take that shot.
Well, you know what? You know what though, Jim? If you miss that turkey's fine.
Yeah, in most cases,
Yeah.
if you're using a broadhead that doesn't just clip them, but yeah, again, it's just that confidence thing, because we all know with a turkey, if he's not in full strut, from a bow hunting standpoint, that head can be moving quite a bit.
Yeah.
And heads up, he's usually looking pretty hard.
Yeah, that
Full strut, he's kind of got something else on his mind.
that's a 4-inch broadhead on there, boy. I tell you what, it's over. It just it's just done. But windy days, I like using, mechanicals. I've always been a fixed blade broadhead guy for years, and I've kind of changed over on turkeys, especially. Mechanical is a really good choice for a turkey.
They cause a lot of devastation.
Yeah.
They come in, they open up, and in some cases with a fixed blade, that arrow will pass completely through that bird.
Yeah.
And so that bird gets a jump, a reactionary jump, gets up and gets those wings locked. They can fly quite a ways just coasting. But with that arrow stuck in them, it throws their balance off. It's causing a lot of trauma inside the body. So, for most people anymore, that's kind of the way to go. And a lot of our bows have a lot of energy in them anymore compared to, just even 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, they the old death flop, man. That's you want that see that going down. I always tell everybody, if you're bow hunting, keep your decoys about 10 to 12 yards, or if not closer.
Yep, and again, what you feel comfortable with, and most bow hunters use that decoy, one as a decoy to get that bird in close for that good shot, and two as a range marker.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make that decision. You don't have the time to pick up your rangefinder and see how far it is and make those estimates. As you just know when that bird gets to this spot, it's go time.
It's go time, buddy. Yeah. Boy, I'm excited, Jim. You know how I look forward to this every year.
I do. There's a lot of people that are excited. It's a rite of spring. We're ready to go. There's 3 things in life in spring, and there's actually 4, but we're going to celebrate one of them tomorrow, obviously. But we're for turkey hunting. You got turkeys gobbling. You're going to find a mushroom, and when you're done, you get to go catch a crappie.
And don't forget the walleye.
Well, yeah, but we're going to talk crappies first.
Yeah, my buddy that does the radio show with me in St. Louis, he always says the trifecta of spring is crappie, morels, and turkeys.
Yeah. And that's just what a lot of people look forward to. It's just, again, it tells us it's that time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I love crappie, man. If I'm gonna, man, there's just that. Iowa ruined me for fishing. It really did, because when I moved up here, I don't think I ever caught maybe more than 1 or 2 walleye in my life, and then I got up here and I started catching them and eating them. I'm going, oh my gosh, that's the best tasting fish I've ever had. And I love crappie, but man, they're both really good eating fish.
They are, and walleye is one of those species that takes a little bit more of a, I don't want to say a skill set, but it's a different skill set than crappie fishing, and a lot of people can transition to that spring crappie fishing because it's, they're doing it with a jig or they're doing it with a bobber and a minnow, and it can be a nice, relaxing but very eventful bite when the crappie spawn's coming on, and so it's just become a family tradition for a lot of people.
Yeah, them old paper mouths are a lot of fun to catch.
They are. They pull fun and they eat well, and they're good for all ages too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, buddy, I always appreciate you hopping on with me. Happy Easter to you.
You too. It's going to be a fun, nice weekend, I think. Plus, we're going to get a little bit of rain, and that's going to be well deserved as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be good for everybody. Let me know if there's something you need me to talk about on the radio, and otherwise, I'll catch up with you in a few weeks and see if we can get a season report going.
Absolutely. I always appreciate the offer, and I wish everybody a good spring, and remember to be safe out there.
All right, Jim. Have a great weekend, and happy Easter, buddy.
Bye, Dan.
Bye-bye. There he goes, Jim Coffey, Iowa DNR biologist. Good, fine feller right there. Jeff, good morning. Good to see you. AJ, morning, everybody. Aaron, does he know how spillways are running from Red Rock? Not yet, Aaron. He doesn't know. Top of the morning, Jeff. There you go. That's good. All right, well, let me hit a break. Before I go, we are definitely having that turkey contest. We're going to give away a Tacticam 6.0 or 5.0 wide camera. We're going to give away a Rupert's Roost in Peace turkey pack and a DSD turkey decoy. How can you win? You just need to send me a 30 or 60 second clip of your turkey hunt. And just email that to me at outdoorsdan@mac.com. Now, you can always find my email. Just go to the website. It's theoutdoorcallradio.com. It used to be outdoorsdan.com, and I think if you put in Outdoors Dan, here, I'll just do it real quick. I think I still have a navigation to that. Let me see. So let's see. Outdoorsdan.com. Dun, da, da, dun, da. Yep. If you do outdoorsdan.com, you can still get the Outdoor Call Radio website. So there you go. See how easy it is I make it for you guys? Huh? I always try to make it easy for you. But yeah, send me those videos, 30 or 60 second clip. And that's how we're gonna get a winner going. All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back with Smokin' Joe Smelter. I need to do the fishing reports. Oh, secret listener winner of the week is Mike Jermier, Jermier. Jermier. Mike, congratulations, buddy. He is the secret winner. If you don't know what that is, during the week, Monday through Friday, if you go to the Outdoor Call Radio app, and just take a screenshot of a show that you're listening to and email it to me. I put you in a weekly drawing. We make it easy for you guys. So, Mike, congratulations, and I'll email you and get your address, and we'll get a prize off to you. All right, I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hot dog. In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues?
Not my house. I got a dehumidifier running.
System can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling.
It makes my hair extra feeling special. I'm just glad I got hair. Look at that. I still got a pretty good head of hair.
Like the Peace of Mind plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff
And somebody asked me, why don't you dye your hair? I said, are you kidding me? Can you imagine me dyeing my hair and coming on the radio? You guys would just be making fun of me.
Yeah.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you use the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before
Jenny's calling me Grandpa now. Hi, morning, Grandpa. Thanks, honey.
By using changeable, flexible, abrasive belts,
yeah, and you can't say anything back.
Like say, hey, Grandma. She's a grandma now.
Tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA.
Did you pay your dues yet?
Family-owned and operated company. Customer service
no. Yeah, I need dues from you and Nathan.
And depend on a sharp knife. Consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you.
You don't need to pay me until we get closer to it.
That's worksharptools.com.
Because his son-in-law won, so I said I'll take that out of the winnings.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I got that one. I'm not going to chase DePerna for his league dues this year. And I said, hey, congratulations, you're a winner. I'll just keep that for your league dues. We're even. I could see him reading that, muttering that.
Moore Farm Supply Store
Right in
and
the end,
ask
he
for
goes,
backwards
yeah, it makes
attractions
sense.
to
That
set
will
yourself
have
up
to.
for success.
Absolutely.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors.
Well, that Iowa State game was a bummer.
Popcorn in the central Iowa area.
They just couldn't hit anything. They should have won that game.
Jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few.
All the
You'll
way
find
down to
something
the
for
end, and
everyone
then
at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew.
Well, who's going to watch Caitlin today? I'll watch her.
Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school.
Talked to Andrew Quillen at the iCubs. They said they got opening day next Tuesday, I think.
Or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away, and 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, we are just about a minute away. Good to go.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. It's time to go back and talk with our favorite grump back all in the family up in New York, Archie Bunker, and see what they're up to today. Oh, geez, Edith, what's going on with the car? The car's not walking. I don't know, Archie. I think it's time we go see that Smelter fella. Oh, geez, Edith, don't be a meathead, Edith. I think we need to go see, do we have to go see that little fella? He's always yelling, what's your name?
I will record that. Just, I will have
what
that.
What a morning for you, Andrew. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do Archie. I can't do it no more. My voice is getting old.
Happy Easter, everybody, I guess.
Yeah, happy Easter, whatever.
Archie. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad I'm sitting here and you're sitting here, Andrew.
What?
Thanks.
What?
I'm sure there's people. I'm sure there's people listening right now that don't even know who's all in the family. Yeah. Yeah. That show could never air today.
I bet not.
No, too many people get their feelings hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I would agree.
Yep. So I went to the quick lane. And I took my truck in there. I needed to get an oil change because I'm gonna start turkey hunting next week, and or a couple days after next week. And I wanted to make sure I didn't have to worry about that. So I got in there, and all the fine folks got me taken good care of. And I've been having trouble with my left rear tire. I don't know why, but ever since I got the truck, it would always lose 5 or 6 pounds. And
Andrew, I threw a nail out on the road for him.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. We know that the mystery solved now.
Yeah. So the last time I was in there, I had them look at it, and they said that they didn't see anything. So I had them look again, and they pulled the tire off for me. And I'll be darned if there wasn't a nail in the side of the wall. And you know what? Yeah. And you know what they did? They replaced my tire. They said, don't worry about it. You just got this truck. I said, yeah, it's been doing it since I got it. I thought Smelter was just letting my air out of my tires on purpose.
Technically, he was.
Yeah, because I bought one of them little USB tire charger or air pumps to keep in my truck because, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I want to be able to fill my tires up. But I'm just going to tell you, the service manager, Derek, is it Derek or Daryl?
Derek.
The guy, I told him what was going on. He goes, Mr. Young, don't worry about it. And
Tire Master.
yeah, those guys, they always go above and beyond, and they took great care of me. And Carl's awesome because you can get a good deal, sometimes. And the rebate,
a little subtle.
the rebates. The rebates, if I wait till I'm not buying, and they'll always be 0% or in that ballpark. But I'm just telling you right now, the service after the sale is amazing out there.
I'm glad you had a great time, or glad you had a good experience over there.
I did. I thought they went above them. I couldn't believe
no more issues with tires since then? I know that you said they replaced the tire, but everything's good?
No, I mean, everything was fine. It was just that one tire, and, I
Did they ask you your name?
Did they ask me? No, yeah.
You avoided that part.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Truck, and I don't remember my name, but I bought it here.
Yeah, I bought it here. Here's the receipt. There's the blood. There's the blood from where I had to sign it, which there's Joe's
blood sample.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's my card. This is where I have to go. This is my home.
Yeah.
Take me
right.
Absolutely.
Dan called from an anonymous phone number to say, "Hey,
I wonder how many times they have to.
I got some low tire pressure going on. Can you help me?"
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's nice to have people that care about their customers.
I appreciate that very much. It means a lot. So we do our best, and we always help out if we can.
Yeah, because I told them, I said, listen, that's not your fault. And they said, don't worry, you just got it, Mr. Young. If you've been having problems, it was probably already in there. So
yeah,
good chance.
Yeah, people.
Good chance for sure.
So what else is going on?
It's almost Easter.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Yeah, there goes little Joe Smeltzer hopping down the bunny trail, saving people money on their trucks. He's got his little pink jumpsuit on.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that part.
Yeah, you walked into that one.
I did walk into that one.
Yeah.
Everything's good. All the incentives and all that stuff, they're good through next month. So they did a 2-month run on the incentives, so there will be no changes here today or Monday or Tuesday when they normally do it. So, but inventory is just better than ever. So yeah, things are going well and no complaints, and glad the weather finally is being a little consistent to where we can go outside and do some stuff.
Did you give all your stuff away?
I am fresh, clean out.
Okay, I'll bring you some more stuff after turkey season.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Did I bring those work sharp sharpeners out there yet?
No, you did not.
Okay,
all
right, so we'll do a Father's Day thing. After turkey season's over, I'll bring some electric work sharp sharpeners out there, and you can come by and haggle with Jeff or Joe or Stan or Leroy or whoever. Yeah, and just say, what's your name?
And then they'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, are you going to the Iowa the Outdoors Day at the iCubs on the May 10th?
May 10th. Let me write that down.
Yeah, that's a Friday night. Friday night.
You'll be able to watch me.
Andrew's going to be running the hot dog gun and doing the first pitch.
Oh yeah, that thing's
Andrew's
amazing.
doing the first pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing?
Yep. I've been stretching out a little bit. Getting limber. I'm ready.
Are you going to throw from the mound?
Oh yeah. See, last year I had a 10-year-old go right up in front of me onto the mound and throw a dart. So I'm pretty much, the precedent has been set. I can't go anywhere but the mound. And then when you get a 10-year-old throwing darts up there before you, then now you have to.
May 10th, the gates open at 6. Game starts at 7:08. First 1,000 fans get an Iowa Cubs dry bag. 500 red, 500 blue. A portion of the sales are going to go to the Iowa Hunter Education Instruction Association, and I'll have a bunch of outdoors dance stuff to give away. It's going to be a fun night. Go get your tickets.
I will for sure. That'll be a lot of fun.
All right. So any good deals on trucks today? Are you working today? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm working for a little bit this morning, and then I'll be out this afternoon. I have a funeral to go to, but the rebates are still up to $5,000 on LTZ half tons and high country half tons, if you're trading some in or not. So rebates are good, incentives are good, and inventory's good. So no complaints.
All right. Happy Easter, little buddy.
All right, buddy. You guys take care and have fun.
Are you going to be on next week, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm off the following week.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a worst of because I'll be filming turkey hunts in Kansas.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, are you leaving?
No.
Huh?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. No, I just saying
He
if
doesn't want to be abandoned, Joe.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
I'm here.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good night.
Take care, buddy. We'll see you.
Bye. There he goes, Smoking Joe Smeltzer. Go get a truck. Go let him give you. He always takes good care of me. Good fine fella right there. All right. We need to go see that a Smeltzer boy. Yeah.
Don't go.
He does save me. He gives me really good deals every year.
He does. He's good.
All right. I tell you what. Let me take a break. I'll come back, do the fishing reports, and give away that Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call. I will give you a hint. It's going to be a turkey-related question. It should only be that fair. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you like to go fishing, or have you ever been back trolling? Back trolling is still one of the best methods of boat control while rigging for walleyes and other fish. Wave Whackers has been the choice for anglers on all sorts of boats to help keep wakes and water spray off of them and their fishing buddies while back trolling or just being on the water. Wave Whackers are custom made in Minnesota by Mike. So I'm going to bring you 4 of those. So we'll give those away at the end of May. Yeah, so that first part of June, is that all right? Okay, and then after that, we'll bring you some fishing stuff. So when you hit the water next time, all right, have a good Easter, and let me. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you, pal. Check them out at wavewhackers.com. That's wavewhackers.com, or just pick up the phone and give Mike a call. You're going to love your Wave Whackers, and they're going to help keep you dry.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no-questions-asked guarantee. Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika rods at Trika.com. That's TRIKA.com.
Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great. Nordlander Socks. Big sale going on. 30% off this weekend. Go check them out. NordlanderSocks.com. Uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will wick away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also has a natural antibacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling. They have heavyweight and lightweight styles with a bunch of color and styles to choose from. Plus, gift boxes are available that are 100% guaranteed. So this year, when you plan your outdoor activities, make sure you keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to NorlanderSocks.com and give your feet a treat.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, so Wednesday on Turkey Talk Radio on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you haven't got the app, go to your app store on your phone and download the space outdoor space call. By then, it should pop up, the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's free to download, free to listen, and you're probably going to win something before the year is over if you do that every week. I just got an email from our secret listener winner contest winner. It's Mike, and Mike is from Bondurant, Iowa. So congratulations again, Mike. We appreciate that. All right, I'm going to do the fishing reports, but I'm going to line up trivia for you right now. So if you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, you can call Andrew and 244-1350, 244-1350, 515 area code. Just going to make sure you come and pick it up. This is for that Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call. This really nice slate call made from the fine folks at Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls in Pennsylvania. That's what we use on the TV show, and that's what I use all the time. The trivia question is, what temperature do eggs have a chance of becoming less viable, or they will not hatch? What Jim Coffey just said it. At what temperature do they start becoming endangered? If you know the answer to that, give Andrew a call. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. All right, fishing report brought to you by the fine folks at the Bait Caddy. Thanks to Bob and everybody up there at Bait Caddy and Treka Fishing Rods. Blackhawk Lake, crappie bite's good, bluegills are good, walleye are fair. Brushy Creek, courtesy docks are in on the northeast and south ramps. Black crappie bite is fair, yellow perch are fair. Clear Lake, the lake is ice free. Crappie bite slow, catfish slow, walleyes are slow, yellow perch are fair. Big Hollow, catfish bite is fair. Channel catfish can be found in the wind-blown areas next to the dam. Lake McBride, the black crappie bite is fair. Use minnows over brush and stumps in 10 and 12 feet of water. Gills are fair, walleye are slow. Big Creek Lake, slow. Casting jigs, plastic or live minnows around the shorelines and jetties in the evenings, producing the best bite. 12 Mile, the black crappie bite is fair. West Lake, crappie bite is fair at West Lake. Here's your fishing report today, brought to you by fine folks at Trika, the Bait Caddy, and Sportsman's Warehouse. Got some calls?
David is up first.
All right. David! Good morning, David.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
You've been outside 30 days? You okay?
I've been recovering. I've had a little illness.
No. Have you won anything in the last 30 days? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
You're good. I just want to double check. All right. So, what temperature did Jim say legs? Did the eggs become less viable or have a chance of not hatching?
I don't recall him saying a temperature number, but it was really cold.
Yeah. No, he said a specific number.
I'll go 32.
It's not 32.
All right.
But that's a good get. Hey, and you're feeling better?
Better than I was a few days ago, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, keep getting better, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, David.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, another guy?
Pete Ariati.
All right. Pete, has it been 30 days since you won, Pete?
Oh, it's been a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know, Pete, man. Maybe it's because I'm still waiting for all that big box of donuts. I don't know. What temperature did Jim say, Pete?
Well, I heard you guys talking temperatures, and I'm going to take a guess. I thought you said -5.
Well, no, I said if it was -5, they definitely wouldn't be. But I'm looking for when they start becoming endangered. He actually gave a number. So, but good guess, but a little bit warmer.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of numbers getting thrown around, and of course, I'm trying to get ready to do stuff. And,
no, it's okay, Pete. It's free to guess. I appreciate you calling, buddy.
You take care, buddy.
Hey, and you just be a fine feller.
All right, yep, gonna go run the dog today.
There you go, Pete. Have fun, buddy. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350. It's warmer than Pete's. It's a little less cold than what David said. I'll try and give you a hint there.
Can I get your name quick?
Hank is exactly right. Hank, you're on it, buddy. Hank was paying attention.
Can I get your number here quick?
Let's see. I need to tell you about the fine folks at Herman's while we're lining up some calls. Herman's Fine Jewelry is 2900 University in West Des Moines. You can call them at 222-2600, 222-2600. They've been helping Iowans for over 45 years. They've got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. In-store jewelry repair. Custom jewelry options are available. You can find them down there right there in that little strip mall area, and they will take great care of you. I go down there every time I need to get something for Jenny, or if I need to get something custom made. Donnie and Frank do a great job. They'll do the same thing for you. Hey, and if you got stuff laying around that you don't wear anymore, but you need a new trolling motor or shotgun or whatever, go into Herman's and they'll take. You'll get more for your money than you will anywhere else. I promise you. And then let me tell you about Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Advanced Family Dentistry, located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. He is your one-stop dental shop. Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, Dr. Stewart, and Dr. Yagi will take great care of you. He's a Jedi dentist. He always uses the Force to calm me down. They'll take care of your cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns. They've been voted best dentist shop for years in Ankeny, and there's a reason for that. Give them a holler at 964-1490 or check them out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. What do you got first?
Rick.
Let's go see hi to Rick. Hi, Rick. Good morning.
Hey, Dan. Long time no hear. What's going on, brother?
Doing well, doing well. 30 days, you good?
Yeah.
All right, what's the temp?
Well, you said -5, but I think he said 28 degrees.
He did say 28 degrees. That's exactly right. Congratulations.
That's funny, Dan.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, he did. He said it. I saw him. I heard the man. He said it. He did say that. I heard him. He did it. All right, man. We'll call you later. Hey, thanks for listening, pal.
All right, brother. You have a good Easter.
Stay squatchy out there.
Well, she's got her big cutout out here in the yard in Missouri.
Yeah, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate you.
See you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, Rick and Hank got it right on the money. Yeah. I got the best listeners in the world. You're all awesome. You really, really are. That's awesome. So, all right, man. Well, I'm done. What am I going to talk about for 5 minutes? I guess I could tell you to watch Respect the Game TV on the Sportsman's channel. And you could watch them on the Hunt channel, Pursuit channel. Jones Brothers Taxidermy, I could tell you to go give Dave some business. You get a big turkey and you want to get it stuffed, go call Dave and see what he says. 515-249-4362, 249-4362. He's looking for, he needs to save up for hunting trips. He needs some biz. Onyx, if you go to onyxmaps.com/hunt and you want to sign up for Onyx, if you use the code OCR20, you can get 20% off your subscription for the year. You could talk about Flock. I don't know who Flock is.
Flocka.
It says Flock. We've already talked turkeys.
Just Flock? Just like nothing else?
It says you could talk about Flock.
Flock.
Yeah.
You want to rhyme with it? Do you want to?
I have no idea.
About Flock.
Yeah. All I know is my gearhead's all sighted in. I got my broadheads ready to go. Probably going to use my assailant broadheads from. Still going to shoot those slick tricks, and got my DSDs all shined up.
Woohoo!
I'm ready to go, man. I just need a date to hurry up and get here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So we'll see what's going on.
In the meantime,
fan lock. Okay. Well, that makes more sense, Aaron. Fan lock is from Velvet Antler Technologies. If you're going to go out and harvest the turkey this year and you want to save your fan as a trophy, or if you want to save it as a decoy, Melissa Bachman and I just talked about this on Wednesday on the show. She was my guest and she did a great job. Fan lock, you take your bird, you get as much of the meat off as you can down at the tail, and then you spread it out. I use a hanger, spread it out and clip it to the hanger, and then spray that with fan lock every day for 5 days, and your fan is going to be cured, and you're going to be able to use it for a decoy going out decoying, or you can use it as a trophy in your trophy case. The nice thing about fan lock, it kills all the bugs too. That could be all those fan mites and all that other stuff. So it'll take care of that. You don't have to use the borax anymore. You have stuff everywhere. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Congratulations to all the winners today. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday. I'll tell you how you can win one of these Outdoor Call Radio mugs from Grizzly. And until then, happy Easter. God bless you. And we'll see you next time right here on 1350 ESPN. Goodbye. All right, everybody. Happy Easter. Have a wonderful weekend. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, we'll talk to you on Wednesday. And I'll tell you, we'll have a new contest starting Wednesday. So don't worry about Monday and Tuesday, but you're going to want to listen on Wednesday. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
Let's talk a little